All of them had very promising results in that their serum testosterone levels did increase statistically significantly.
Don't just take my word for it. There's literally tons of studies out there showing that serum testosterone levels increase upon taking Tongkat Ali. Coach Greg, and in today's video, we're talking about Tongkat Ali, Ali's favorite. Throughout the ages, men have tried and gone through almost any tactic to boost their testosterone levels. No fap, semen retention, even drinking cow's blood, thinking that's how gonna help them get the boost in testosterone that they need to build muscle. However, people seem to scoff at the idea that a test booster could in fact be effective. Well, they were half right. As test boosters of old, they never really did all that much. But fast forward today, and there's research showing that Tongkat Ali is significantly effective at helping people universally.
Tongkat Ali does have the potential to increase testosterone production, not just in hypogonadal and infertile men, but also in regular kind of young, healthy men.
Not just people with low T who are hypogonadal, but also those who have normal levels of testosterone.
And the researchers also went on so far as to say that it might actually represent a promising alternative to TRT.
It's even been suggested that Tongkat Ali could be a replacement for HRT. Now, to me, that is going too far. You can't convince me that Tongkat Ali is as effective as a performance-enhancing drug such as testosterone. But as Andrew Huberman said in the Joe Rogan podcast, if it can boost testosterone levels by 1 to 200 nanograms per deciliter, that is huge.
Work very well to increase testosterone by about 100 to 200 points. And the main ones are two substances. One is called Tongkat Ali.
Oh yeah, that stuff's real, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But considering it's relatively inexpensive and the potential benefits it offers, well, to me, it's one of the best natural supplements you can get. I'm going to be going over Renee Malik, a medical doctor's opinion on the effectiveness of Tongkat Ali. The video has 1.3 million views. She explains how it may be the holy grail for ED, low testosterone, and infertility. And consider she's not only a medical doctor, she's a urologist, she's a specialist, she's highly educated. And so don't take my word for it. Let's listen to what she says.
This is not a magic potion. You have to work on exercise, losing weight, sleeping for at least 7 hours every night so that you can get the benefits of natural testosterone boost.
You need to be doing the natural things you can do first in order to correct the problem. This is something to add on. It's a benefit. It's a supplement. It supplements what you should be doing. And so don't think of this as a magic pill that you can simply take and forget everything in your life. You have to do the other things first.
Let's start off by talking about erectile dysfunction. What is the data? Well, there have been two major studies that have looked at erectile function after using Tongkat Ali.
Well, they did a study to determine this, and there were no significant findings saying that, yes, it's going to cure erectile dysfunction. But
in the group that had more severe erectile dysfunction, they actually know that there was a little bit more of a benefit.
And so perhaps for some people, it could benefit them with their problems with ED, but for others with minor problems, perhaps not. But consider this, if you're having severe issues with ED, perhaps you have low testosterone levels. But considering Tongkat Ali can increase your testosterone levels, perhaps that's how it helped. If the reason for your ED is low T and you increase it, then of course it would make sense that it would improve your quality of erections. But in those that never really had any problems, perhaps it had nothing to do with their testosterone, perhaps it's stress, perhaps they just don't like the friggin' girl they're with. Who knows? Some guys, they get in their head, oh, I can't perform. I don't like the way I look. And so just because you have normal testosterone levels doesn't necessarily mean the downstairs are going to work. Some people, it's in their head. But if you do suffer from ED, please go see your doctor. This may or may not be a supplement that's beneficial for you.
Does it help with testosterone? And how does it even work on testosterone?
What about testosterone? Testosterone specifically, that's what we're looking for. Will it in fact increase our testosterone levels? Free test, bioavailable, total T, what's it gonna do?
It's not like giving you testosterone replacement therapy. You aren't really just eating or getting the testosterone in your your system.
And so unlike HRT, of which you're literally injecting testosterone, you're adding more testosterone into your system through an exogenous source. You're literally taking it from out there, perhaps doing it in your shoulder, and it's going in your body. Tongkat Ali, it's not like swallowing testosterone. You're not literally eating and digesting testosterone.
It's actually allowing the free testosterone, which is normally bound to sex hormone binding globulin, to be released.
And so what it does is it allows more of the testosterone that you already have in your body to actually be used. Think of it like this. You got a ton of gas in the garage, but none of it is in the gas tank of your car. And so what Tongkat's doing, it's allowing more of the gas you already own to actually be used. Does that make sense?
Your body uses testosterone and then it kind of degrades it or gets rid of it in the system, but it keeps it from degrading too quickly so that it's around for a longer period of time.
And so think of it as in the gas can example that your engine's getting better mileage. It's using the gas more efficiently, and so you have more gas to last longer, and so you can go further. And so think of that on the body. More testosterone lasting longer, and so it's more effective.
There's actually a number of studies that have been done on this, and all of them had very promising results in that their serum testosterone levels did increase statistically significantly.
Don't just take my word for it. There's literally tons of studies out there showing that serum testosterone levels increase upon taking Tongkat Ali. And these are statistically significant, meaning it's not just by fluke, by chance. Anyone could take any given supplement and say, wow, my testosterone levels went up. Perhaps you changed your diet, got better sleep, decreased stress. Of course it went up. But this is statistically significant research showing that this is actually the cause, not just some placebo effect, but in reality, this is truly what caused an increase in testosterone.
And last thing we're going to cover is infertility. So does it help with infertility?
And what about infertility? A lot of guys out there, they're scared, they're taking HRT or abusing steroids, and it makes them infertile. They can't have kids. Who wants that? Well, I wouldn't complain. If you're not trying to get someone pregnant, that perhaps is a good thing. But what if you want to start a family? You may have a low sperm count. Perhaps you're on HRT, abusing PDs. Who knows? But if you want to increase your fertility, is this a viable option?
Well, there hasn't been a lot of data on this, but there was one good study that was done on subfertile men, meaning men who had abnormal parameters on a semen analysis.
Well, in one study, the bottom 5%, the one with the worst sperm, it's not as mobile as should be, lower sperm count, less morphology, doesn't look proper. Well, those people did show a significant improvement upon taking Tongkat Ali.
I think particularly because if you're taking testosterone replacement, that will make you infertile. In men who have low testosterone, this may be an option.
And so what she's saying is those on HRT who have low sperm counts, Tongkat Ali may in fact allow them to become fertile again. Now, let me remind you, not everyone on HRT is going to be infertile. Don't assume that just because you're taking steroids or HRT that you can't get someone pregnant. Last thing I want to do is people watch this video and think, oh, I'm good. No need to practice safe sets. I'm just good to go. Last thing I want to tell you, in fact, I had mine tested quite literally while on HRT, and I was 100% fertile. And so don't assume you can't have kids just because you're taking testosterone.
Some suppliers who make Tongkat Ali, one may have very low concentrations of Tongkat Ali, which are not really useful.
Well, we have Tongkat Ali in G tests, Tongkat Ali in 3 tests, as well as Tongkat Ali on its own. Told you it was Ali's favorite. We have 3 different options. You can get it in the bottle that you want. And all 3, 1 serving 200 milligrams, 2 servings 400. And so depending on how much you want, you can take 1 or 2 servings and you'll get exactly the amount that you need. As stated here in research, 200 to 300 milligrams. We offer 200 to 400, and so choose the amount that's best for you.
Before we finish off, I wanted to touch on the adverse events that have been reported for Tongkat Ali, meaning what are the side effects?
And so is it going to shrink testicular size? Are we going to shut down our natural production of testosterone? Is it dangerous?
And there's only been a couple. It's been irritability, insomnia, and restlessness.
I would suggest if it does in fact affect your sleep, please take it in the morning rather than than before bed. It doesn't personally affect me in that way, but you never know. Please do what's best for you.
And who can't take Tongkat Ali? This is really important.
And who can't take this? Not all supplements are safe for all people. For the most part, you name anything on this planet and it's not good for some people. Even caffeine, cup of coffee. Some people get irritable, they can't sleep, causes them anxiety. And so not everyone should take this medication. And so what is the warning?
So because Tongkat Ali increases the bioavailable testosterone in your body, people who can't get more testosterone shouldn't take Tongkat Ali.
And so I think it goes without saying, considering the fact that it increases the bioavailability of testosterone, those who can't handle more testosterone, well, they shouldn't take it. And so if you don't want more testosterone in your body, you can't handle that, then don't take it. But there is, in fact, a long list, and so we're putting on the screen. If you have any of these, please be careful. Go and see your doctor. So if you have any of that stuff, well, go see your doctor. Certainly hope you don't. But don't just take this stuff without consulting your doctor.
Don't want it to counteract with any of the medications that you're already on.
If you'd like to get Tongkat Ali in any of these 3 bottles, please click the link in the description. It's 10% off by using code GREG, that's G-R-E-G. Check out HTLTSups.com. Subscribe, click the bell button, and remember, you can't just take this and ignore everything else. You still got to have a healthy diet, train, get to sleep on time, decrease stress, do all the right things. But if you do all that and want more benefits and you take Tongkat Ali, it certainly is very promising. And I'm sure the results will vary. Some will get more gains than others from this, but if it does in fact work for the majority of people, I do believe it's a worthy supplement to take. Check out the 2 bloops, and if you want to get other HTLT subs, click the link in the description. And of course, we got the training book, the cookbook, the Circle Diet book, coaching plans by me and my team. Check me out on Instagram, Greg Doucette IPP Pro. And until next time, I am out.